Mackenzie, it's been a great round of cricket. It's only the end of week one. What has impressed you so far?
Can't really shy away from what the Bull Ants have done on day one, that's for sure. They've already bowling again, so kudos to them. Looks like they potential for an outright victory over St Mary's. Yeah, great first day from them.
Absolutely, deja vu all over again. Dudley Cornell with Colts and Swiss Great Western taking each other 2 rounds in a row, and of course you were up at Brim as well.
Yeah, it was a hot one. It was a hot one, that's for sure. But hey, that's part of the course after the last few weeks. So yeah, very sort of, tight, tense game there. Quality sides, quality cricket.
Well, speaking of quality cricket, let's get into the reviews. Now first the City Oval, where the Bull Ants took firm control against St Mary's. The Saints won the toss and chose to bat, but found conditions tough against the sharp Bull Ants attack. They were dismissed for just 67, with Matt Coombe and Geordie McDonald leading the way with 3 wickets apiece. Chasing a small target, the Bull Ants made a statement. Jason Harris smashed 62 off 43, while skipper Tony Cacaviello lit up the ground with 49 off 21. The Bull Ants powered to 185, building a commanding 118 run lead. St Mary's was sent back in and showed some resistance the second time around, with Sean Smith making 27, but the bowlers from the Bull Ants stayed on top. Jada Coombe took 2 wickets late, and St Mary's were 350-51, still trailing by 25 runs. And I spoke with Geordie McDonald and Tim Crick about the Bull Ants' position as stumps.
Jordan, fantastic first innings, mate. Took 3 for 8. What was sort of the idea going out there today before you guys went out to bowl?
I guess was stick to our plans, sort of bowl tight, see what we can do, and sort of go through them as best as we can. Sort of Melons and Tone started well, and then I got to come on and picked up a couple and went from there. Mace got his first A grade wicket, I think, Nelly, and it was good.
So with the target of 68, obviously you guys sort of felt like you could chase that down pretty early and maybe set a target. What was sort of the discussion during the innings break about what you guys wanted to do in that first innings?
Yeah, look, we had a bit of a chat, and we were just firstly focused on getting that target. Sometimes you can look a bit too far ahead, so main thing was to make that target up first, and then once we got the target there was try and get as many runs on the board as we could, as quick as we could. So and then give ourselves a few overs there tonight to be able to make a bit of inroads for next week.
Now to Dudley Cornell Oval, where bowlers dominated proceedings in the contest between the Colts and Swiss Great Western. The Colts won the toss and chose to bat, but runs were hard to find. A patient Josh Colbert top scored with 38 runs, while Luke Deutscher added some momentum with a brisk 36. For the combine, Matt Heffer produced a standout spell, taking 6 for 33, with Ethan Marrow backing it up with 3 wickets himself. The Colts were eventually dismissed for 150. In reply, the Colts bowlers hit back immediately. Joey Nagorka and Jay Couch led a disciplined attack, keeping Swiss Great Western under constant pressure. Wickets fell regularly, and at stumps the visitors were 4 for 37, still 113 runs behind the target. Here with Jake, captain of the Colts. So Jake, you guys got 150, and I think Swiss Great Western about 4 for 37. How do you feel about the day?
Yeah, pretty good really. After the rough to, it was a good start, and then we fell too many wickets through the middle order there. But pretty happy to be having them fall for whatever they ask.
Now to Donald Jeffcott, where the home side piled on a big total against Horsham. The hosts won the toss and elected to bat, posting 238 in a long, disciplined innings. Lockie Jones was standout with 83, while Kobe Westland's 40 and steady contributions through the middle order set a big target. For Horsham, Chaminda Gamaji was the pick of the bowlers, taking 4 wickets in a tireless spell, while Joel Palmer and Jackson Hoffman grabbed 2 each. At stumps, the Demons were none for 4, just 234 runs behind. The bowlers also dominated in Brim, where the Eagles hosted West Wimmera. Brim KSH won the toss and elected to bat, but found runs extremely hard to come by. Lachlan McGuinness top scored with 35, while Sandon Schultz battled for 18, but the Warriors' attack was relentless. Josh Lees produced a superb spell, taking 5 wickets for just 10 runs, with Nathan Alexander backing it up with 2, as Brim were bowled out for 85. In reply, West Wimmera was steady but cautious. Brad Alexander made 27, and at stumps, Nathan and Jeremy Weeks were unbeaten as the Warriors reached 3 for 58.
West Rimmer trail by 27 runs heading into the next session, with the match still very much in the balance.
Finally, to Matoa, where once again the bowling performance dominated the game, this time between Mudlarks and Tigers. The visitors won the toss and chose to bat but found runs hard to come by. They were bowled out for 136, with Tyler Pools and Ricky Marks both top scoring with 26. For Lubeck Matoa, Zav Shevlin was the standout, taking 4 wickets, while Nick Ballar and Cam Newell took 2 wickets apiece. In reply, the Mudlarks were going through the opening stages carefully. Josh Ahead was unbeaten on 22, with skipper Cam Newell alongside him as the home side reached 2 for 49 at stumps. And look, there's still plenty to play for in Matoa, but it's the bowlers who have had the biggest say so far. Now stay tuned for next week when we have week 2 of this 2-day game, and who knows what will happen.